On this side, promise you on the phone, it's fine. You'll see
You
now.
sure?
Just go online.
Yeah, because I'm seeing myself terribly dimly here.
You'll see. I'll show you.
I need to see before I can go.
Well, I can't show you.
All right. So, hello everyone. I'm Barbara. I'm back again. I'm your host for this evening. We'll be doing tarot cards, free yes/no readings, and if you want more cards, you can donate us one. So I was busy telling you all about the spammers that have been contacting people. Please be very careful. If someone approaches you and it seems to be me, it's just not. Please stop. Hey Tracy, thank you. We're also very inclusive here. Okay, I have no judgments against anybody's belief system or whatever, but what I don't approve of is people coming in from outside with their opinion about who's right, who's wrong, who's sinful, who's evil, and whatever, and those people just aren't welcome here. All right, so I'm going to speak up about it. My moderators are working to keep things safe here for you, so I hope you're going to enjoy your evening with me. I am ranking, so if you guys want cards, hello Travis. Travis is one of our moderators, so you'll be noticing that the moderators will pin statements at the top there, and they will also be answering questions and guiding you into whatever you need to know, right? So there you go. Yeah, I got myself sidetracked now.
Then you need to have 100,000.
Yes. All right, so I'm ranking. That means my channel's grown. I really need to get 200,000 likes. I cannot do it myself. So please, everybody, if you guys want me to answer your cards, or answer your questions, you need to send lots of likes. But lots of likes, you know. That's how you pay me for doing free readings for you. It's free for you to tap, but I need you to tap. Otherwise, I can't give you free readings. You're the only people who can grow my channel, so I'm here with the cards for you. You please be there for me with the taps, huh? Right? Double taps, and that's going to keep my, because I can see when the likes are coming along. Yeah, you guys can see those little hearts. Those are all the likes that you give me. When they dry up, ooh, and then my cars run out of petrol. They can't drive along. Okay, is there something else you want me to say?
They can subscribe and get them question answered.
Of course.
Quickly.
You guys can subscribe, but now if you look up there in the top corner, you see there's a star now. That shows you that's the subscribe button. You can hit that button and subscribe. And right next to it is the swan, which if you want 3 cards, you can just tap on that swan and it'll directly deduct the TikTok coins off your TikTok account. But just be very careful, because somebody in one of my other sessions, she wanted to purchase donate this one, and she pressed the subscribe button instead, so she got quite a shock. So please be very careful, okay? All right, so I'm going to shuffle the cards.
They can have a longer reading.
Yes, and you can have a longer reading, you know. There you see, now the lights are better. All right, so you have questions, I have cards, but sometimes a 1-card question or 1-card answer is not enough. So you might want to go for 3 cards, and choose 3 cards. You'll just donate this one. I'll get 3 cards and give you a bit more detail. And if I see your question requires more, I'll suggest that you actually either book me for a private reading, or that you donate a gold mine, and that will give you tons of cards, so that we look at every part of the situation so that you can see what you can do. All right? Okay.
You might want to warn them about the spammers, or did you?
The what? I've already warned them about the spammers. Okay. All right, so I'm moving the cards around now. This is a shuffle. For those of you interested, this is called washing the cards. Okay. So I do this every now and then to break up the energy, so that I can make sure that the cards are in a nicely shuffled way, nicely shuffled position.
Just while you're doing that, I just need to tell everybody that Barbra doesn't do pregnancy questions, medical questions, legal questions, or tarot, or lotto questions.
Lotto. So don't ask me if you're going to win the lotto. Don't ask me if you're going to be a millionaire. Don't ask me if you're going to be a billionaire. And don't ask me, are you pregnant? Or are you going to have a baby? Or what baby you're going to have? And what color is your baby's eyes going to be? That's very unprofessional. If you've got any questions about health or babies or law, you speak to the professionals, please, guys. I'm not a professional, so I can't give you any advice, okay?
You won't give any advice on that.
Yes, I won't. Right, sweet roses, I just hear half your comment there, lovey. I'm not quite sure what you meant there. Okay, so Katso saying, will I get the job I'm applying for? It's likely, Katso, within a few months you should know. Within a few days. Cheslin, will I discover my life purpose? Cheslin, your life purpose is not clear right now. You need to do some thinking first. Okay, here is asking, any good news for me? Any good news? Yes, the news is coming soon. Tanya is asking, will I get the job I interviewed for? Tanya, it looks like you gave a good performance. You're very positive. Somebody's asking, Bojetta, I think is her name. Will I communicate with her this month? It looks like it could happen, yes. All right. Valerie's asking, should I give my dad the envelope? Oh, that sounds like serious. You might be surprised at how he takes it. You know, give it a try. Someone's saying, well, I found peace. Sorry, lovely. These questions are coming through so fast. Narina is asking, will I find peace? Will Narina find peace? We'll take that card for her. Narina, yes, you will find peace. Just keep on as the way you're going. You will soon find your peace. Andrew's asking, what's my future? I'm a Scorpio. Andrew, there's some things that have to be dealt with. Things that you should have dealt with already, but you're going to have to deal with them pretty soon, okay? Okay. Katsu's saying, will Lazarus call me today? No, my lovey, Lazarus is not thinking about calling you. Zuleka is asking, will I find a job? Zuleka, will she find a job? Yes, this is a good card. You're going to find a job. Okay. Lauren, will I have a love in the near future? Will Lauren have a love? Look, this is news about something. Somebody's going to approach you in some way. Yeah, it might be a friend who hooks you up with somebody. Shami, will life get better for me? Shami, this is a difficult time for you. It's going to be very complicated for a while. It's not going to get better very soon, but it will eventually. Tracy, am I going to find happiness this year? Tracy, there's a lot of work for you to do. I think you're going to focus on your work first before you find the happiness.
Yeah, before your next answer, yes. Even. The likes have dried up already. Come on, guys. You have to, while you're waiting for your answer, your question to be answered, please just keep tapping. You can tap the whole night. It's not going to cost you anything. And it's going to show Barbara that you actually care.
I think I've done about 15 questions. So, if I've spoken to 15 people, you 15 people need to send me 100 likes each. If you guys each give me 100 likes, my channel will grow so quickly. You know, then I can be around more. But if you guys don't send me likes, TikTok's going to say, no, she's not good enough. The people don't like her. So there you go, guys. You want a question? Tap on the screen. Here we go.
So this is this year good.
I see the likes are flying up there.
Yeah.
They are flying up. Thank you, guys. Keep on it with the good work.
Somebody asked if this year's good. I want to answer it. Are you alive? It's a good year. Happy New Day. It's a good time to. If you're alive, it's excellent.
Right. So Sue's asking, will Jay and I be together romantically? No, this card says your person maybe had other interests too. Charlie is saying, will I ever get married? Yeah, Charles, I think marriage is a big question for you. I think you don't like opening up too much and being vulnerable to other people. I think you might have to change before you decide you're going to find someone to marry. Wendy's saying, Wendy's question came and went so quickly. Will I find love this year? Will Wendy find love this year? No, my love, not this year. Time is not yet right. After this year.
Paul de Silva is the one who asked that question. Is this a good year for me, Pisces?
Pisces?
Yeah, well, that's what he said. Is this a good year for me, Pisces?
Now I've got to think astrology.
No, you don't, because you're doing tarot tonight.
Yes, but Pisces people want to know what lies ahead too,
Oh, okay.
Paul, you still, as a Pisces, you're still going to have a great deal of confusion about where you're actually going, because your ruling planet, Neptune, is moving through Pisces at the moment. And that means all Pisces people have got some kind of blind spot or inability to see too far ahead. Okay? But if you wait and watch things through, you should find that you start making better decisions, all right? And there you go. That's the outlook for Pisces right now. Don't be in a rush to do anything. Life is going to bring you many changes, and you're going to literally reinvent yourself over the next couple of years, Pisces people. Right, so Charmaine is asking, will my daughter do well in her matric exams? Yes, it seems like if she's dedicated and she works with a plan, it looks very, very positive. Okay, guys, please remember, one question per person. Okay, there's lots of people asking questions, and we need to give them all a chance as well. Nicole is asking, will P and I get married? And Nicole, this card says it's a potential that you guys could get married, but you're still going to have to stand up for yourself in some way and get things moving.
I just want to add, with so many people waiting for questions, the best way to get your name on the top of the list is either to subscribe, because then you'll always be prioritized, or make the donation of, the swan tonight, and then you'll also be prioritized.
Okay, so I see people asking different questions, but I've already answered one of their questions. Only one question per person. Don't ask me other questions. I remember your names. Shabu is asking, will H and I reconcile? Shabu, there's too much misunderstanding here for the two of you to reconcile. Terry is asking, will my son get out of jail on Monday? Yeah. You know what? The system's in place. I think that it's highly likely that this would happen, as long as everything's been done by the book. Angela is asking, will my finances improve greatly soon? Your finances will include when you work harder and you work with a great plan. All right? Finances improve greatly. That makes me wonder if you're looking at some of these internet scams, make money overnight, blah, 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 blah. Be very careful. Be very careful. You could end up working very hard and not getting what you want.
There's a subscriber pinned. Tracy, in future, when you ask a question, you get little emojis that you can add to your question in future.
The subscriber stars.
Yeah,
you'll see on the top there, I think, where the subscriber star is.
Yeah, but when in your question, there's a little button to add subscriber stars.
Okay.
Just add one, then it's easy to find
Yeah, then I can see you. All right, so Tracy, love card for Tracy. Ooh. Love depends on the person around you, the person close to you or someone coming into your life that's going to treat you well. Right now, the person that might be in your life is perhaps not being as affectionate as you want, maybe because it's the King of Pentacles reversed. There's a great focus on either working very hard, trying to accomplish something, or looking at money and maybe just not being open with his feelings. So if that's the case, you need to either accept this person as they is, and let's see what happens there. You might need to look into this a bit more deeply at some stage. Sefi, will she and Hazik get an ending soon? Yes, lovely, it's going to happen soon. May, will I get married to a white man? Whew. Hey, you know what, May? Some white guys are trouble, my darling. You got to be very careful, because this card says you marrying a white guy could actually be a really bad decision. So you got to be very careful, lovey. Very, very careful.
That's the kind of question I wouldn't like to answer actually in the future.
Stephanie's asking, will her boss, something about your boss apologize, or will you face the consequences of mistreating her? He may face consequences, but I think maybe he could lie his way out of it, my lovely. You need to just be very careful, okay? Because he's going to avoid, everybody wants to protect their own backside, right? So it's not going to always work.
I'd like to make a suggestion, just to protect everybody from any kind of, to protect us from TikTok or being construed as being racist or anything like that, that in future don't answer any questions that have anything to do with race or religion, because that's is going to cause problems somewhere along the line. Somebody's going to get upset about that.
All right.
So,
and I see somebody asked, is there a baby on the way? Sweetie pie, the only way that you find out if there's a baby on the way is a pregnancy test. So if it's yours, go get the test. If it's somebody else's, wait until they tell you. Okay? That's Auntie Barbara talking to you. Someone's saying, will somebody pay back our mother's money? Okay, hey? I don't know if this person's actually mature enough to actually stand up and account for those debts, all right? No, I don't think so. Sammy, is my relationship going to heal? Sammy's relationship going to heal? It could. It's going to take a while, and both of you are going to have to do work. Don't waste time. Fix it as soon as you can. Naya, is there a future in my relationship with Ace? There could be, Naya, but you got to actually get this man to look at you and listen to you when you're speaking to him, right? Kylie, will I get a job this year? Kylie, there's a lot of challenges. Maybe you're moving into an area where there's a lot of competition. It's going to be very difficult to find something. You might have to take temporary things, okay? Destiny, will Jay and I work through our struggles? I don't know if you guys are going to work through your struggles. I think maybe your relationship isn't very strong right now, and it may be very difficult. Lizzie's asking, will I be married? Will Lizzie be married? Lizzie, you need to be very careful. There's some relationship issue, something from the past that you need to resolve first so that you can move ahead. Right, Elette, will I ever be a famous singer? Will she be a famous singer? Yeah, see, there's a card in there. I'm going to take this top card for her. Elette, will you be a famous singer? You got to work really hard. You got to practice. You can't just hope you're going to be a famous singer but you got to do the work. You got to sing. You got to practice. You got to promote yourself. Don't sit around and wait now. Start working on it. Tracy, will I do collective readings in the future? You know, Tracy, the problem with doing collective readings in a live session like this is there's so many different people. But what I do is my tarot cards are literally like collective readings on my channel. So please go and have a look at them and see. You might find things that actually work there. Right, because I have done collective readings before, and it just goes on, and you know, people are so anxious. This is my place where people need quick answers to their cards. But that's a really good point. Thanks for mentioning it.
Now, what do they mean by collective?
Collective. This is just like a general reading for everybody. You know.
Okay.
You know. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do one of those big readings for everybody. Yeah, okay. I'll tell you what. Hang around until 9 o'clock. I'll do one of those big collective readings. Right. Sorry. Whew. I have a sneeze. Wanting to sneeze me. Right. Emmy, I can't tell you what career you need to do. You need to actually work with an astrologer and have a private reading if you want to know what career will work for you, okay? Yes, I can't do tarot. I can't do career guidance with this. If you're still at school, you need to talk to your guidance teacher, and if you're out of school, you need to start thinking very carefully about what you'd like to do, all right? Taryn's asking, will we reconcile? Taryn, will they reconcile? Taryn, you know, there's discussions that haven't been had. This card speaks about dishonesty, lack of commitment, poor communication. It just doesn't look like it's good. Sky's asking, should I keep studying? Oh, cards are jumping out all over the place. You should keep studying, but you shouldn't keep studying the way you have been, lovey. You need to actually take control of how you study. There's just no focus there, and that's gonna really get you going down instead of up. Anna, will I be together with M? Anna, this is a card of separation that just going to take. I don't think you can fix this. This card is saying you could be together with him, but there's a lot that has to be fixed. Kate, will my hair improve at all? Shame that you get off to a really bad start. Hey, yeah. Kate, just remember, please don't let your circumstances affect the way that you tackle life, all right? This is the Knight of Cups that says it come from the heart, and at the moment you're probably running on overdrive, so you need to take some time out to care for yourself. Shame. You know, the one thing is that bad times don't always last forever, you know. So there are going to be big changes now because Pluto, depending on, this is something for everybody to know. Pluto has moved into the sign of Aquarius, and Pluto is the planet of change and reinvention and transformation. So if you're an Aquarian, boy, you're going to be changing in ways that you never thought you would ever be able to. If you are a Leo person, which is opposite Aquarius, you might find that your partner changes in some way, or your partner's path changes, and that forces you to change. So it's going to be a lot harder for you. For Taurus people, you guys are challenged to change, but you're also challenged to deal with your own sense of restlessness. So Taurus people are going to find moving ahead in through this year quite a challenge. You know what you want to achieve, but a lot of your plans are not going to work out the way you thought they would. And then we have the other sign is Scorpio. Now Scorpio, you're a fixed water sign, which means you really don't like change. And Pluto, your planet of one of your ruling planets, is moving through Aquarius, which says you're going to have to think very, very, very seriously about the impact you have on the world around you and the people around you. And the people around you are going to point out where you're going wrong. So you can't get away with anything this year. People will always be watching you, and they're going to say, hey, but you are doing this and this and this, and you, my dear Scorpio, won't be able to get yourself out of that. You're going to actually have to shape up and become that better person, right?
I think people don't like you telling them about their star signs because
yes, all the lights
are dried up.
Yes. Sagittarius. Right, Sagittarius people, let's just see where the planets are for Sagittarius. Right, Sagittarian people are going to handle the change more easily because it's going to affect the way that you connect to other people. So you might have weird and wonderful people coming into your life. You find your inspiration by being with people, or people just do the weirdest things and you think, hey, I wonder what will happen if I try that. You know, so there's it's a year for you of inventing your objectives in some way. But it's really difficult because on the other side of Sagittarius is Pisces, and we've got Neptune, the planet of, airy-fairy idealism and sometimes just plain self-deception. So you might not always realize what impact you have on other people. And when people tell you, hey, listen, you're being a real pain in the backside, Sagittarius, me? I didn't mean that. So you, as Sagittarius, are probably going to have to apologize a lot this year. Because you know what a Sagittarius do? I feel it, I think it, I say it, I don't care who's in the way. So there you go. All right, and Kylie is asking, will I find love this year? Kylie, it's still going to be a little bit of, you're still going to be feeling a little bit unsure of yourself when it comes to relationships. So building love might take a while for you, okay? Jordan's asking, will I marry my boyfriend who's an Aries? this card says, don't be in a rush, lovey. Don't be in a rush. This card says, if you don't take it slowly, it won't be built properly, okay? Right, and KB's asking, will my husband find a job this year? KB, depending on how hard your husband actually looks for a job, that's how likely it will be for him to find a job. So it could happen, but he also has to push himself a little bit harder, okay?
I just had an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Can you, in your busy schedule, maybe one day, do relationship comparisons between star signs?
Hey, have you guys ever wondered if you're an Aries person and you've got a Cancerian partner, why do the two of you get stuck? Haven't you always wondered what you could do to understand your relationship better or to make your relationship better? Come on, give me some answers. Would you like me to do a live session where I talk about astrology like that? Okay, guys, you can send your questions again. Give me some answers about that suggestion that I've made.
I see no taps coming through now. One or two. Thanks, Janice. Thanks, Tracy.
Right, Tracy,
Thanks,
Taylor,
Tracy.
yes. Okay, that's 2 yeses. We've got thousands of people watching. Come on, who else wants to know about the relationship dynamics? Yeah, I'm counting. Would you like to know how your star sign and your partner's star signs communicate now? You can actually build a relationship and what could be the issues in your relationship. It's Lee, KJH, yes, she wants one. Megan, yes. Okay, Samoya, yes, wow. Anybody else? Charmaine, yes. Oh, there's a lot more people who are interested in this. I'll ask this in another session. Fafalia, yes, and Prue, and Madubi. Wow, I'm not going to have enough fingers to count all of these. Okay. Yes, that's like absolutely brilliant.
How about one of your shows on Saturday then?
Yeah. How about that, guys? Can I do it on Saturday night? Have you got anything happening on Saturday? I think I'm going to advertise that. Would you guys come along and find out more? Lee says yes. Okay.
And somebody else is great.
Sorry, yes. Okay, cool. I absolutely love that. You know, whenever I do it at functions, I kind of like am asked to speak for half an hour, and I end up standing there for 3 hours because people just have so many questions to ask. Yes.
But then we will demand likes. Huh?
Yes, come on. Likes. And in that session, if you guys don't give likes, I won't talk. All right, so I'm warning you right now. Practice your tapping. Exercise your tapping fingers. You know those things that the bodybuilders use to build their hands, those squeezy things? Yes, squeeze them. Practice the tapping. Okay, let me get back to some cards. All right, Sahara saying, when will I heal emotionally? Sahara, you know what? It's time for you to now get out and start moving into the outside world. You can't hide away from it forever. You will start healing when you start interacting with people again.
Somebody said I'll give you all the likes.
Thank you. All right, Laura's asking, will I meet a new partner this year? Laura, no, not this year, because you know what? You're likely to be taken advantage of in some way, and you won't be able to see that people are playing you. So don't be in a rush for this year, okay? Taylor's saying, will I find someone better than C? Whew, all right, this guy. Finding someone better than C, you might find somebody who's better than C, but who doesn't want to make a commitment, you know. So anybody that you look at, you've got to check them out properly first before you make a decision, okay?
Yes, guys, please send your question.
Charmaine says, I'm giving you lots of love. Thank you, Charmaine. There you go. I'll send you, little heart. Okay.
What should
your next step in life be? Okay, Sky, I'm just going to reshuffle the cards properly for you. So I've got to break them up and wash them first. And in fact, if you were having a personal reading with me, thanks, Leah. I see you saying you're going to give me likes. Sky, if you were doing a reading with me, sitting on the other side of the table, this is what you would be doing. You would be making a great big circle of cards all over the table. Right? And then you're going to bring them together. So you're not just, I'm doing it for you, okay? Bring them together, da 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 da. And then we're going to shuffle them a little bit here. Okay. And now, lovey, I'm going to cut the pack into 3. 1, 2, 3. You'd also do this for me. Now, the one thing that you can do for me is decide which of these packs do you want me to start with first. Your left, the middle, or the right.
So guys, the reason why Sky is getting a longer reading is because she donated this one.
This is your right.
And then her question goes right to the top of the list as well from the donation.
Sky, which pack do you want now, left or right?
Right.
Left.
Oh no, that's Reggie.
That's her left here. Okay. Okay. The next step for you, lovely, is first and foremost to remind yourself what you actually care about, what's really important to you. The Ace of Cups says, you know, it's when you really care about something that you step into your potential and into your flow. So this card says it's really important that you look at what you've been doing and ask yourself, is this something that you can love? Can you fall in love with it again? Because that's what's missing, is you need the sense of something new and something that's going to give you a meaning. All right. Now the second card here is the High Priestess, and that's reversed. So whenever she comes along, she says, now, the High Priestess is patient and she investigates. She looks at things, she thinks about things, she studies things, and then she makes her decision. But now, when she's come up like this, she says, well, maybe things haven't been going the way I thought. Maybe I should just jump off the boat and carry on. But the problem with the priestess when she's reversed is that her intuition is quite out of balance. So she could very easily go down the wrong road and make a really bad decision. So she's a warning card. Don't rush into anything right now, and think very carefully about what you want. Because the Chariot says there's a the Chariot like this says you're moving in the right direction. When it's reversed, it says you're not moving, and if you do want to move, you might find that you're going in the wrong direction. So this card says you're not going to move until you're very clear about what it is you really want to do. So I understand that you're studying. You maybe need to talk to somebody about whether your studies are right for you, or whether the career path that you thought that these studies would prepare you for is what you actually want to do or suited to do. On the other hand, because I'm an astrologer, I actually do vocational guidance, and vocational counseling. So think about what the cards say and see if you can come to an answer and a conclusion. And if you can't, you're more than welcome to book a private reading with me so that we can have a look at your chart and see exactly what's going to be the right direction for you to move into. Okay? So your next step here is to not rush into anything. So while there's a next step, it's not going to happen just yet. Kind of like take a little bit of time to think about things and see if you can reconnect to what actually gives your life meaning. All right? Okay. I'm going to leave that with you. I see there are lots of other people with questions, so let me go through. Okay, and Tanya's asking, is Charles in love with me? Tanya, no, Charles is in love. I think maybe he might be too preoccupied with other things to actually be in love. I don't think he's a commitment type of person. Okay. Oh, and Shayla wants to know, will her person contact her and will they date? Shayla, will he contact you? He may, but you must remember you might not be the only person that he's talking to. There could be somebody else there too. So You're not going to be much decision making or commitment, all right? Donna, does my ex-husband still love me? Oh, Donna. That's a very interesting question. Why is your ex-husband your ex? Did you find somebody else? Did you let yourself go? Were you not behaving in a lovable manner? Or was your partner looking for somebody who's less high maintenance? So this card says, why think about him? What you need to do is get yourself into gear now. He's your ex. He's not there, right? Whether he loves you or not, it's not going to change anything. This is you. You need to take charge of your life and get your thoughts together and move yourself in a positive direction. If you let yourself go, pull yourself together, get to the gym, work out, walk, eat properly, do things, but don't worry about him because he's your ex for a reason, right?
Somebody just sent a gold mine. I don't know who it was though.
Oh, shall I have
Travis, did you see? And whoever it was, please let us know.
Yeah, I was so busy talking.
No, I didn't see a name, and I can't find it because it's not listed on our things. No, you're looking here. But you know who you are. Have your question ready and get back to us, please.
Donna says she kicked him out. Yeah, okay, that's cool. So if you kicked him out, he's not good enough for you. That's right, my love. So don't worry about whether he cares about you or not. Maybe he just cares about how well you looked after him.
That's H Zai.
Oh, Zai Zai. Oh, yes, Zai Zai, I've seen you. You've been here often. And I think I've done a couple of questions for you. Okay, Zai Zai, give us your question, please, my love.
Just telling everybody this is going to be a longish reading. Because
yes, but you guys are welcome to watch it. It's an amazing reading. You'll see.
And please keep tapping while you're watching the reading. It just helps Barbara grow.
All right, so Zai Zai wants to know, she has an outcome tomorrow. Will it be positive or negative? Right, Zai Zai. Okay, Zai Zai, I'm also going to lay out the cards into 3 packs. And I want you to choose a pack for me, please. Left, right, or center. Yeah? Left, right, center. Left, center, right. My left. Okay. Right, so this is where I'm going to start this layout for you, love you. Okay. So, your outcome tomorrow. Yes, there's a lot of second guessing and worrying about, did I actually do the right thing? Did I make a good impression? All right. So the cards are saying, right, sorry, I just need to lay them out so I can understand. Right, so from what I'm seeing here is that they kind of like you, but they're not quite sure how you're going to fit in with their work environment. So it's kind of like, I think there's going to be a bit of discussion about this, I think they may be looking at you and thinking you might be better in another position than the one that you actually were aiming for. And it might not be what you like, but it might be what you offered. So this card here says you need to be very careful. Whatever the offer is, make sure that you discuss it with him so that you can understand exactly what they're going to expect of you. All right? Okay, I just need to, sorry, you can't see these cards. Let me move them down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this kind of like text. I usually use smaller cards for this reading. Okay. So the cards are saying, because there are two cards here, so it's very possible that you might actually be told that you're on a short list, and that maybe they want to look at you again. Because I think that there are people that there are more than one person that has to be involved in making a decision. So the news that I see here may not come as quickly as what you expect, but it might be a different kind of outcome than what you expected. So you might actually feel that you're getting nowhere with this, but it's temporary, and I think it might just take a little time. But the card that really is very important is this card, the Judgment card, because that says somebody, and there's a lady, somebody who you might not realize could actually be on your side, and this person will say, hey, hold on, it's like somebody's going to stand up for you and say, you know what, I actually have been looking at what this person can offer, and so definitely they're looking at your value, most definitely. And one of the big things is just, will you fit in with their work environment? It's not that they don't think that you can't do the work, but they really, I'm not sure, maybe they're looking at maintaining some kind of energy flow in that particular position. So yes, at this stage, it's you maintain your focus on having it positive, and while they're trying to figure out exactly what they're going to do with you, you're just going to have to be a little bit patient, my darling. But I think at the end, in the long run, once they figured out what will happen, it could work out very well for you. Yeah. Is this it looks like it's a fairly large company. And I think that there may be, I don't know, there may be just some kind of reshuffling happening, or reprioritizing of certain things, and maybe people in leadership positions changing in some way, which makes it difficult for them to actually come to a clear decision at this point in time. But it does look like it's going to work out well for you. So good luck. All of us who are watching this probably will say, all right, well, we're just going to hold thumbs for you, okay? Hold thumbs and cross fingers.
You need to drink something. It's been 45 minutes already.
I need to drink, yes, okay. All right, I'm going to have water.
You guys can please keep tapping. It's going well, actually, tonight. Doing very well.
Right. I need to go fill up my water. Will you please talk to everybody?
Yes, I will.
I'm just going to go and fill up my water bottle. Excuse the creaky chair.
So, everyone, while you're tapping so much, it's helping Barbara to rank. But this ranking can also help you to rank, because the minute if you go on your phone and you switch on your ranking, every like you send, or every rose you send, or any gift you send, will TikTok will give you the same amount of credit, if you want to call it, recognition. So the more you help Barbara, the more you're going to be helping yourself. Then a lot of you have noticed that you're just not getting your questions answered quickly enough. Well, the best way to avoid that is to subscribe to Barbra. Now, that's not a huge subscription. It's like $5 a year, a month, sorry, $5 a month, which is like the price of a hamburger, I think. And then you as a subscriber will always get the option to be first. And yes, Jeff is Barbra's husband. He's talking now. So if you follow her, subscribe to her and follow her, your question will be prioritized. Also, in most of the paid readings, subscribers get a discounted rate as well. And she's also planning on doing private subscriber only workshops as well. So that's that. The other problem is and this is for everybody, please be careful, be very careful. if you get a message from Barbara, if you see her face comes up there and it says, "Hi sweetie, I saw you on live and I see you have a problem, I can help, or I can give you a spell, or I'll do a free reading for you, or I can give you better answers than you could get on the live," whatever. If you see something with Barbara's face coming to you unannounced, it's not Barbara. You're welcome to delete it. These guys are spammers. They're going to scam you out of every penny that you have. People have had 30,000 stolen from them, dollars, US dollars, stolen from them through these scammers. So please be very, very careful. Right, and somebody's knocking on the door.
All eyes to the stage, center of the stage, because there's the water bottle.
Nobody saw that.
And here's the Barbra.
They didn't see the water bottle.
They didn't see the water bottle. There we go. There we go, guys. All right, there we go. Oh.
Drink some water.
Well, yes, I went to fetch water, didn't I? If somebody's asking, is Travis in love with me or in lust with me?
I hope that's not our Travis.
Wow, maybe one of our moderators is called Travis.
Maybe you should ask him directly.
Travis, what have you been up to? Okay, maybe let's look at your question. Oh, where's my message block? Mimi, is Travis in love with her or in lust with her? Is he in love with her? Ah, you know what? I think Travis has a very romantic way of being in lust with you, if I can put it that way. This card always suggests a very romantic person. But I'm not quite sure if he wants to be romantic in a real relationship. Does that make sense? So he loves the romance, but he might not always want to be around. So, you know, just, is it good to ask the question? Keep your eyes open and play it by ear.
I need to just say one more thing.
Yes.
As everybody can see, these questions are flying up the screen.
Yeah,
so
sometimes it's so hard to see them.
As Barbara sees them, she answers them. So anybody who says, "Please answer me tonight," or
yes,
"Have
or
you been
why
ignoring me," etc., etc., just be patient, guys. Otherwise, you're just not going to get a reading.
On an average live session like this, I sometimes have 5,000 people. Now, can you imagine 5,000 questions just go boom, 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 boom? It's like it's like an engine just flowing.
Can you imagine if all of those people sent you likes?
Mm-hmm.
You'd make a
Called and chosen. Will I get a new job soon? Called and chosen. Yes. But you may have to also think about a side hustle for yourself, something that can give you a little bit more financial freedom too. Okay, honey, should I start my business or just start looking for work? Honey, that's two questions here. We're going to look at this first one. Should you start your business? If your business will be running from home, it's going to complicate your home environment dramatically, and it might be very difficult to run properly because it's there. So you need to think about it very carefully, because this card says you could start something. It just might take longer to figure out how to make it all work. All right? Right, so there. Should you start your business or look for a job? Tracy is asking, will I move house this year? Tracy, no. This card says it's not a good time for you to move. You need to look at the bigger picture, right? April, will Brian eventually reach out to me? Yeah, lovey, how much longer do you want to wait? You know, you're saying, will he eventually reach out to you? How long have you been waiting? This card says sometimes you've got to actually get the message. If you're waiting that long and he hasn't contacted you, sweetie, you know, go shopping somewhere else. Ivana, card from the tarot for Ivana. Ivana, whatever you're doing, this is a time, or what you've been thinking of, this is a time to take that initiative. You know, you can't stand back anymore. There's something that you want to do. Get up off your butt, my darling. Go for it. That's a good card to have. Somebody say, Will I be the one to break the generational curse by becoming rich? That's a good question, actually. Yes, what a curse. This card says you got to be careful. To look at breaking the generational curse by being rich, you got to actually have a plan to get rich, my darling. This card says you put all your ideas out there. This card says you're not prepared to be rich because you don't know how to go about it. So it's time for you to actually start focusing, all right? Katya's asking, will I go out on a date with him? Katya, this card says no. Your person, I don't know. He's not looking at a date right now. Okay? No. Gigi, will my move overseas work out? Will Gigi's move overseas work out? Oh, Gigi, when are you thinking of going? You've got to be very careful that you don't jump out the frying pan into the fire. This is something that you maybe want to look at in a far more in-depth reading. That card says there's likely to be some changes and they could change your plans in some way. All right, one question per person, please. Don't ask me 2 questions and think I don't remember your name. I'm seeing them.
If you want to ask more questions, consider taking a swan.
Yes. Okay. Bella, will you pursue this relationship with a person in your life? You know, this is a very interesting card to have because it says, you know, these are poor people. So this card says that there's emotional poverty there. Maybe people have had a hard time and this person isn't really ready to commit yet, but he's starting to see the light. So if you want to hang around and see how that turns out, it's up to you, and you'll have to just play it by ear then, okay? Mar. Oh, these questions are just flying up. Mar. Am I going to be in a romantic relationship with Jay this year, says Mar. That card stuck out there. It looks like it could happen, lovely. But you also want to have a romantic relationship. Do you want it to get serious? And you need to have somebody who's going to actually show you a commitment as well. So for now, it looks like it could be good for you. All right? Sam is asking, will things between me and Jamal work out? I'm not sure. You know, I think you're looking at it like that, and your person is looking at it like that, right? So you want to fill the cups of love. He's pouring the cups out, my lovely. I don't think this is going to work for you.
Can I mention that everybody, at the top of your screen, you've got the time. You should all be able to see what the time is. It's 20:56 now. The amount of likes are 52,000. That means we're 4 short of the 56,000 that it should be. It should be at least 1,000 an hour, but that won't even make the target. So if we can push it to 2,000 an hour, then we might get to the target tonight of 200,000. Come on, guys, let's keep Barbra supported and growing, and keep yourself growing.
Yes, like the screen for Barbra. All right, I'm seeing a couple of familiar names there. Yvonne, hi Yvonne, you're asking, will Ernest and I be together again? Will Yvonne and her person be together again? Oh, lovely. No, this card says no, because your person isn't looking at that at all. Your person seems to be quite okay with where he is, so he doesn't want to do anything about that now. Benita's asking, will I have the life I desire? Not immediately, because I think your desires are going to change soon, so you wait until you're 100% clear, okay? And whatever you want to accomplish, it seems to be, it's going to depend on other people, so everybody needs to get on the same page. Right, Tammy wants to know, did John ever care for me? Yes, I think he did at that stage, but maybe this card always says there's like some kind of karmic interference there, yeah, it's difficult to see any more than that. But definitely there was a sense of karma or destiny in that one.
So somebody's asking you astrological question here. Royal Pink Beauty Palace. How will my trip to Bangalore, India, to Dorwa be safe?
Okay,
And then
Yuvana.
Yuvana, date of birth.
Okay. Royal Pink Beauty Palace. I love your guys' handles. You come up with such interesting names. Will Yuvana's trip to Bangalore be safe? I think so, Yuvana. Your trip will be safe, but it will depend on other people. Who's organizing your trip? Make sure that you're going with somebody that's a trustworthy travel advisor or agent or guide. All right?
Tracy's just sent us one.
Okay.
Tracy, where's your question?
Right, Tracy. I'm here waiting for you.
You see, that's how to get to the top of the list, guy. Just donate a swan and you'll be straight to the top of the list, and nobody else will be spoken to until you've been done. Tracy, where are you, Tracy? See, I can see.
Okay, yes, that's actually your TikTok business account. Okay, that's quite cool. So, send me your question, please, love.
No, it's for Tracy.
Yes, I know. Okay. Will I be changing jobs? That's the one? Will Tracy be changing jobs? Okay. Right, Tracy. All right. Tracy, please choose a pack for me. Left, right, or center from your side.
The Royal Pink Beauty Palace said, thank you for the reading, I'll follow you. Good idea if everybody follows, actually. You'll get notified sooner.
Okay. Good choice. All right. Tracy. Tracy, will you change your jobs? Wow, this is the death card. It says something's finishing, so something new can happen. So it's almost like there's you know, you've gone as far as you can where you are now, and you really need something different. Okay? Next card. Very, very good card, because you're likely to find something that you really actually love, that you enjoy, and that actually pays you quite nicely. This is nice. This is good money coming from that job. Yes. Just make sure that you end off the old one properly. You might be very tempted to like cut your corners and jump out, but just play it safe, because if you finish it properly, it's going to be good for your relationship, for your reputation. Okay. So yes, these cards are really amazing. So that's the beginning point of your question, is that in order to move into something new, you've got to leave something old. So this is most definitely the time. Okay. Yes, and you know what, you've probably been thinking about what your options are, because this card, you see, that's I don't quite know what I want. This card says, I do actually know what I want. So, you know, congratulate yourself for seeing things. And yes, you're tired of sitting and thinking how miserable you are at work. You want to open up your life and try something different. Okay? Only suggestion that I can give you here, strength is control of yourself, and that is like you could just go to work one day and decide, oh, flip off, finish and try, you know, head it, and off you go. It won't work for you, right? So it really is very important that you know, just maintain your focus, control your emotions, and I know you're going to be anxious to get something new, but just hang on, you know, you're going to have to actually move away, from where you are. But as I said, moving away means moving towards, so it's not really positive. Okay, your time frames, from what I can see, to move away from where you are should be anything from about 3 months to almost to September. So there's a window that you can actually open up and move through. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So definitely. From now, I'm feeling 3 months to yeah, 3 months to more or less the middle of the year. So that's your time frame for making decisions. Okay.
Celeste is waiting. It's 3 cards, Barbra.
So,
Celeste.
okay, I don't see Celeste's question yet.
No, she donated a swan.
Okay.
Celeste, where's your question?
There's a couple of people asking about how should you move forward with your business. Okay, excellent. It's a nice card. It's a nice question. Thank you. Sometimes people ask such vague questions and I don't always know how to interpret the cards. Okay, Celeste, I'm going to cut the pack into 3. Then I want you please to choose which one we're going to start with. From your left, right, left, middle, or right. Okay, good choice for you too. Right, so we're going to start with this one first. Okay. Okay, all right, Celeste, I don't know what kind of business you're running, but I think your business is actually doing quite well. So you might be thinking of expanding, because this card just says you want to open up either your product line or your market in some way. And this card just says whatever you want to do, you got to think it through and then take some bold action. So yes, most definitely advertise. You there in the right space. Push yourself, promote yourself. This is actually really a nice layout to have for a business question. Yes, the only thing I could suggest, because you are a business owner, it's really important that you prioritize and be very sure about how you're going to structure everything, because the Nine of Pentacles says there's lots to do, but you're the only one that can do it, so you've got to actually got to plan it carefully. So yes, this is a really nice layout. I think you could actually do extremely well. Extremely well. So yeah, thank you for asking that question. Yeah, I like it. I like being able to lay out the cards, and it looks quite positive. Yeah, very nice. You know, that's the problem, is when you're an entrepreneur like that, it's sometimes difficult to actually promote yourself. So the Ace of Swords says, go for it now. Right. Harsham is asking, should I change workplace? Harsham, this card jumps out. This is not a good time to change your workplace right now. You need to first look for something before you make the change, okay? Lavanya is asking, will I get a new job soon? Lavanya, it's going to take a little while. It's just not easy to find something that's going to work for you. And maybe you might need to look at how you can improve your skills in some way. You know, is there a short course or something that you can do to make yourself a bit more employable? Okay. Madhva is asking, am I going to get my wife back? Madhva, this card says, no, this card says it really, your wife doesn't actually want this, and I think it's very difficult for you to understand, but she's not in the mood to come back. All right. Right, maybe I should drink some of this water this morning to refresh yourself.
Maybe we can remind people to keep tapping. I see there's some nice taps coming through. Please keep tapping. But this is a good time for me to warn everybody about the spammers or scammers that are coming online. I haven't seen any today, thank goodness. But they usually come on, they say, inbox me, or They wait until after the
Well,
show.
after
They've
the
got
show,
your
and
name.
then they contact you from
Yeah.
a fake account that looks just like mine. So you've got to really go look at their account. You'll see my name spelled wrong, or the text is wrong, or just block those people. They just want to steal your money, you know.
But you
It's
don't even
not
need
fair.
to check Barbara's profile,
Yeah.
because anything that comes to you from Barbara's profile isn't Barbara. You can safely delete it. And you'll help us by doing that as
Yes,
well.
and please let us know if you've done that. Hey, truly, pay it forward. I know that name. Pay it forward. Yes. Annika's mom, right? I'm sure you have a name, lovey. You can let me have your name. Will I get my dream house soon? Will you get a dream house soon? Yes, because you know what? After having so many dreams, you actually know now exactly what you're looking for, right? Yes. So keep looking. You're in the right frame of mind to find the right thing. Ride On Babe says, I love him. Will you contact me? Ride On Babe. Will you contact her? This is a yes card. It looks very likely. You might love him. You might just want friendship, or you might just want a good time. So you're going to have to play it very carefully, right? Amanda, is Christopher the one for me? Amanda, is Christopher the one for you? You know, whenever the moon card comes up, it suggests that you might be seeing something in this person that's not really there. And if you go in under the moon's influence, you could actually get very hurt and disappointed and let down. So please be careful. Your intuition, what you're seeing in this person, isn't all there. All right? So don't rush into anything, my darling. You're going to get hurt. Okay.
Somebody asked a strange question. I'm not sure what it was. If it's to do with death, or if it's with Sexy Coast Salish. Hello Barbara, can I get a card? 2 mornings a kid has been waking me up at 5:30 a.m.
2 mornings?
2 mornings a kid has been waking me up at 5:30 a.m. I'm not sure what that means.
A spirit kiss, or somebody there kissing you?
A kid.
Oh, a
Child,
kid?
yes.
Okay.
So maybe you can...
Oh, this is not a human baby. This is a little spirit child, right? You know what, my lovey? I think you need to email me. This is something that I need to look at without being in this situation. All right, will you email me with that question, and let's see if we can resolve it for you in a more tranquil environment. All right. Emily's asking, will Felix call me tonight? Will Felix call her tonight? Lovely. This card says you're not going to get what you're expecting. Carol, will Muhammad find a job soon? Carol, this card says it's quite challenging. I think he's maybe looking in the wrong place for the job. It's gonna take another couple of weeks before he finds something. Okay. Right. Somebody said, truly, that's a really good question. I can't answer it here. Please email me. Yes to that question. But please email me, will you? All right, because I can't remember all the questions and messages I'm seeing tonight. Right. Miss Pendulum. Ha, I love your guys' handles. You guys come up with the most amazing handles. Okay. Right. Tammy, am I going to meet A in the future because he lives in a different country? Lovey, something's got to happen first before you'll actually see an answer to this question. There's a change coming. All right? And it's going to be challenging. Okay. Yes, Ocean, yes, I saw your question. The first birthday, the first Christmas, the first holiday, it's so hard to actually do, and it's going to be painful, it's going to be really emotional.
I'd like to explain something about our way of life.
Yes,
and
okay.
how birthdays don't actually matter, because a birthday is just another day. The time that you spend together That's the important day. Tomorrow we might be dead.
But if the person that you spent every birthday with isn't there anymore.
Yes, but what about all the other days?
Yes.
Those are the important days.
Yeah.
You know, every day. I need to tell everybody that we have never celebrated a birthday or an anniversary or a holiday or anything else, because today is the only day we have. People need to start accepting that today is the only day we have. There's nothing special about a birthday. It's another day.
We've got every day to be happy, you know, and it's very difficult when you've lost somebody to actually allow yourself to enjoy something without feeling guilty that you're betraying their memory, you know. Yeah.
I'll be happy for her.
Yeah. Have your birthday with people that you really like, you know. Do something that you really like. And, you know, just, this is your life now, you know. You've got to make yourself happy. And Ocean View, I can't remember your name, lovey. But you know what, it's okay. It's actually okay to be sad, but you actually also have a good time, you know. So that's that little conundrum that you have to solve for yourself. It's okay to feel happy when you're sad.
I was also talking to everyone else out there. Come on, guys. Let's focus on today, all of us. Let's wish each other happy new day every time we see each other. It's far more important than a birthday coming 10 years' time.
Yeah, absolutely, you know. And if you're able to tell the people that you care about that you love them every day and why you love them, what you love about them, should something happen to them and they die, you need never feel guilty, because your slate is clean. You've said what you did. You don't regret not being able to tell them things, you know. So yeah, that is a challenge, lovey. Just allow yourself to enjoy what you can, all right? Oh, there we go. Divine lottery win solution.
Be careful of that.
Watch these people, guys. These are scammers, eh? They've seen a couple of people asking about lotteries here. Do you see that? Right, divine lottery win situation. Can somebody bookmark that so everybody can see that?
I actually blocked him already, I think.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Ocean Rain, that's really sad.
And there's another one for instant messages.
Hey, these people are out in full force again tonight. We thought they'd actually leave us in peace.
So we've warned you about these people,
yes,
guys.
So guys, these are the people that we've been warning you about. They're thieves. They're absolute thieves. They've stolen my name, my picture, made fake accounts, and they're targeting you. They're going to take your money, and you're going to be very sorry. Please, just block them completely. Ocean Rain says it happened to her twice today with my picture. Wow, Ocean Rain, please, I hope you blocked them. Good gracious. And Travis also, you see, oh my word. Hi, Amuli. Thank you for being here. If you like what you're seeing, please go follow my channel. I make lots of nice tarot videos and all kinds of other videos about death and dying that people who've passed on to the spirit world have told me. So there's plenty to watch. You can go and binge watch. Okay. Berna, will we be together with my person? I can't pronounce your person's name. This card says yes. This is a very nice card to have because you'll have something to celebrate. Truly says she binged earlier. Thank you, Trudy. I hope you made some comments there too, because I really like hearing what people think about my videos.
And it's nice to hear that they've actually seen you on the live.
Yes, absolutely. Right, somebody sent a swan there.
No, it wasn't a swan.
It's a swan, or a paper swan, yes.
No, that's not the same as a swan.
Oh, because I just saw this thing fly across my screen.
No, you only had three swans today.
Okay.
But thank you for that. That was a donation.
Oh, that's Huli. Thank you, Huli. There we go. Right, I really appreciate when you guys make donations. It's really a gift. It really helps support my channel. Because TikTok watches, if you support creators like me with likes and with donations, it actually, they grow my channel, but they also look at you and increase your ranking as well. So your channel can grow as well.
And also shares. If you share this
Yes.
with just 2 of your friends and they come along, it helps grow the channels as well.
Okay, Christine. Oh, Kirsten. Will business and finance get better for me in the next 3 months? That's a good question. Will it? Oh, lovey, it's going to still be a struggle there because I think there's a lot of things that you have to deal with. But don't give up, you know. You just have to keep battling through because every business goes through those ups and downs. And you just have to hang in there, you know. You'll get through that too. Right, Liz is asking, will me and T reconcile? Oh, this card says no. I think, you know, the problem that it's not that you don't want to fix it, but your person, there's other people there. So you've got competition that you can't fight. You know, so sometimes you actually just need to step back and let that whole situation play out. Chipiso's asking, is Isaac the one I'll end up with? Well, as long as Isaac tells you and shows you through his behavior that he wants to be that person for you. Huli is asking, will my marriage get better? Will Huli's marriage get better? Yes. All right, that card sticks out there. Will Huli's marriage get better? Oh, I can see you want it, but I think you may be pushing if your marriage is going to get better, you're going to have to try very, very hard to let your husband also do some work. And you've got to watch him. You've got to watch. If his behavior is showing you that he wants his marriage to get better, he'll fix it. If it's not going to get better, you're going to have to make a decision, my love, all right? So I think it will depend on you. Right. Vanessa's asking, does George want a relationship with me? It may be, but I think maybe you're a very independent person and he may be a little bit wary of that. I saw a question about little Levi, lovey.
Will little Levi regain his confidence after the current issues at school?
You know what? Everybody has lessons to learn, you know, and you just got to give him time, you know.
Talk to him.
Yeah, talk to him, you know, remind him that don't tell him that he's wonderful, remind him that he's a hard worker or he's a survivor or he's wise, you know, you're his mom, you see all his good points. Remind him about the good points. Just don't tell him, you're going to be fine, don't tell him that, you know, and above everything else, you know, praise him for the little things that he does that build his confidence, you know. It's a gradual thing, it's a really gradual thing, and issues at school can leave such a bad taste in someone's mouth, you know. Yeah. I can remember somebody at school bit me when I was in grade 1 and I had to school after that. But I think I was just looking for an excuse. Tracy says she needs to stop tapping and go back to work. Oh, thank you so much, Tracy. If you're here, I give you a great big hug. Thank you so much. Well, have a good day at work, and I hope everything goes well for you. Right. Chepo's asking, will things get better? Chepo, you're going to face a couple of challenges that won't be possible, but they're really going to, you know, like you drive a car on a bumpy road, it's going to bounce you back up and down. You're just going to have to sit through that, all right? Right, Michelle is asking, will my husband and I get back together? No, lovey, if it has to depend on him, he doesn't want that responsibility or that effort that he's got to put in, my darling. You got to accept that, right? Daniel's asking, will my finances get better? Yeah, Daniel, the finances will get it, but you got to understand, you got to get yourself in gear. You can't be lazy about your finances. You can't be don't care. You got to actually step up to the plate and start handling your finances properly, right? And you know exactly what I'm talking about. No more takeaways, no more letting things go, no more ignoring all those letters that you need to be talking about, no more not saving your money properly. You've got to start doing it properly. That's the card from the universe is, wake up, get the message, or else you're going to get such a fat slap through the face that you won't even stand up. So that's Auntie Barbara telling you.
Here's a question that I think is a part medical question and a part beyond the grave message. By Ocean, my daughter lost all her hair when his mom stole our portion of his ashes. Will they give them back? I really don't understand that question actually.
You know, it's I know about this question. It's a very difficult thing dealing with an estate, a deceased estate.
Is that what it is about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, lovey, that's just so stressful. Yeah, I know. When my granddad died, the ex-wife also took everything, and it was, oh my God, it took our family years to recover, absolute years. So I do so understand, you know, and all you can actually do is just get on with it every little day. And the one thing, you know, my mom was she was a challenging person, but the one thing that she really did do was every day she found something for us to laugh about. No matter if it was a ridiculous story or a joke that she remembered, she always managed to find us something to lighten the thing. But I mean, really, we were stuck in a house where the old lady just took all the furniture, and there we were, literally just sleeping on the floor. So, you know, the mom, as you can actually get things going in a far more better way, rather than trying to fight these unscrupulous people that you're dealing with. You know, just make sure that your family is precious, and yeah, that's where your focus can be.
Just a subscriber pin just for one question. Sassy logo? Sassy long?
Sassy long. Sassy, you want to know if you're going to find somebody worth your time? Hey, I think there's about 60 billion women in the world that think about that the same way. All right, Sassy, here I'm cutting the cards into 3. Choose a pack. Which one do you want me to start with?
One question.
Left, right, or center? Susie's laughing there. You've been down that road, have you, Susie? Right, you're right? There, one. Okay. Here we go. It saves me sitting here and shuffling to find all the cards. I get bored doing that too. Sassy Lop, will you find somebody that you... Not right now. You know what, whenever this card comes up, there's a fairy story about a princess who's walking in the forest, and there's this big, fat, ugly toad sitting on the ground, and the toad says to her, if you kiss me, I'll turn into a prince. And she thinks, I can't do this. But eventually she kisses the frog, and it becomes a prince. So whenever this card comes up, it says that you're going to have to kiss a lot of frogs before you find your prince. And I'm laughing so because, you know, I've been down that road, and just about everybody who's found somebody decent, you have to kiss a lot of damn frogs, eh? So, you know, put plenty of lip gloss on your lips so that you don't get things growing on your lips.
Or wear a condom over your head just to protect yourself.
Sassy, you know, one of my kids lived in a small town, and they said they were complaining that the lack of local talent, you know. And I think you could understand that. She just busted frogs. So she spent so much on lip balm already. You know what, lovey? The love always comes along when you're not looking for it. That's what I'm going to say. So whenever that card comes up, it says, just be careful that you don't get taken in by the smooth talkers who are very romantic, but they don't have staying power. So they'll come and have a good time and then move away. Let them move away. You know, the more of those that move away, the wider the road gets for the right person to get to you. Okay?
We should have lips full of warts, both of us.
Oh my gosh. That's a very interesting question. Isabella also says, "Kiss way too many frogs." Okay, Sassy, but you know, what you're actually looking for is somebody who's also like a self-made person who wants somebody like you, together, successful, who's not going to hang on them and bleed them dry, you know. And those, you know, you have to move a little bit higher in the romantic stratosphere before you can find them. I actually think I've been saying this for years. I would actually like to start a club for professional women who are waiting for the right person, but you know, and do workshops for them on how to actually create a picture of your ideal person so that you can actually recognize them when they come along. So, Sassy, if you're interested, send me an email and tell me that you're interested in the soulmate stuff. And let's see what we can do. All right. Oh, yeah, you know, there's just no support for women who are actually waiting for the right person to come along. Yeah, so for all of those who like that question, send me an email and say you'd like to join that. Let's see if we can create a nice community here where you can just come and grouch and moan about the bad days. I'd actually love to actually do a live like that and get everybody's stories, because I'm a writer, and I think that's, you know, everybody's got a story, you know. Some people have got more than one story. I'm going to digress a little bit. When I was a young girl, I lived on a farm. And when I was old enough to you know, start looking for a boyfriend, I started looking around at what was around us on the farms. And on the farm next door to us was a young man that I actually quite fancied him. He was quite good looking, but he was studying to be a minister, and he was Afrikaans and I was English, so that wasn't great. And then there was another one, a distant cousin of mine, but his mother had a really big farm, and my mother really wanted me to have a look at him. But he's shame, he had St. Vitus dance, and he used to stutter as well, and I couldn't even have a conversation with him. He was a sweet guy, but... and then the only other one was, I think I was about 15 or 16, and the only other one was 38 years old, and he still lived with his mother, and she laid out his clothes for him every day, and she ran his bath water for him.
Did she wipe his bum?
So there you go, you know. Well, you know, the problem is I was always interested in all these weird and wonderful things when I was young, so you can imagine that would seriously not have worked. Hi, Travis. Yes, my book's on the way. One of my books on the way. So thank you guys for letting me just talk a little bit of nonsense now. Janine's asking, will I get a good job soon? You've been waiting very patiently, Janine. Janine, this card says, you need to go look at your CV. Is this maybe something else that you can add to your CV? Because the way that your CV might be laid out could mean that people actually don't look at you for your value. Does that make sense? Right, Lisa's asking, will I start a new job in April? Lisa, you know what? Things have been very tight for you. There just hasn't been many opportunities, but things are slowly going to start opening up. I think you stand a better chance of finding something from now on.
Sorry, earlier when you spoke about the astrology, you said at 9 o'clock, was it, or do you want it when you finished the show?
Oh, my goodness me, yes. I can't remember now. I should have made a note to that. Was anybody watching earlier when I was speaking about astrology? If so, please let me know what time I said.
Well, you know what? It's
I think I might have said that, yes.
Give them, can you want to give them 10 minutes of that?
There's a question here now that somebody has sent. I saw it earlier. thanks Janine, all the best. Yeah, a hug for the little boy. Susie said she's sorry she didn't hear that you were here.
No, I'm very quiet.
You think you let me loose on everybody out there without having someone to control me and keep me on track. Hi, Melissa. Okay, guys, TikTok's warning me to take a break. So I'm going to just slow down and have some water. Please keep your questions coming.
And please let us know if you want Barbara to do 10 minutes of astrological relationships, was it?
Yes, if anybody was here then just let me know what I was speaking about, because sometimes, as you know, I can get a bit sidetracked when I start telling stories. Ashley Rand says yes. I'm not quite sure what you said yes to.
To the astrology.
I said I'd do a collective reading. Yes, that's what I said.
You also spoke about
Travis is reminding me, I said I'd do a collective reading now and astrology some other time.
Oh, okay.
Yes, okay. Thank you. All right. I'm going to do that collective reading now. So let me just have some water, guys.
Okay, so while Barbara's having water, please keep ranking right throughout, keep tapping right throughout the discussion or this group thing that she's going to be doing. I'm curious to see it because I've never seen it either. Whatever she does is good, so you'll enjoy it. So please keep tapping, keep tapping. We're nearly halfway there, and we've got 30 minutes to go to get the other half. So,
okay.
But yes.
So Susie, what a collective reading is I lay out the cards and I speak about a whole lot of things, and some of those cards may just resonate with you. So that's a collective reading. Is I put something out there that may connect with various people. Hey, truly, yeah. So there we go. Truly, no, Jeff doesn't do readings. He actually doesn't believe. What don't you believe? You don't believe in the tarot cards. Whoa! He was hard work when I got to know him, because he would say, "Ah, no," he says, "I'm a magician. I can do anything with cards that you can do." All right, so guys, just hang on with your questions. I'm going to do a collective reading now. You may find things resonate with you. You may, you may just enjoy it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle the cards, right? And then I'm going to lay out the whole row, and I'm going to tell you the story, and then you'll see what comes up for that. All right?
Hi from San Antonio, Belinda.
Welcome. Hello, Belinda. Thank you, Lydia. And Lydia, I saw your questions, lovey. Please send me an email. This is not the forum for it. But maybe you should come along on Wednesday nights, okay? Because that's when I do spirit guide readings and messages from the spirit world. And we might actually be able to find an explanation for those lights, okay?
And also Thursday morning for those who can't make it.
Sharon, please follow my channel. And when you get to my landing page, you'll see that my email address is there. Just tap on that, and then you can email me from there onwards. Okay? Thank you, Travis. We're all on the same wavelength. Yeah. Okay.
And while I've got a gap, I want to tell everybody.
And Ashley, you come along too with that particular question. Save your question. Okay, Terence said she did, and it didn't go through to the email.
Must.
Okay.
Just emails from there.
Yeah, so I get emails from that regularly. So click on the little envelope, and it should take you into the email.
Otherwise, copy the email address and send it another email. Or send it.
There you go. Travis is on it. All right, so there we go, guys. The messages for the collective. Okay, so. Ooh, this is a very interesting card, because the way the astrology is at the moment, as the planets are transiting, Pluto's moving into Aquarius, and it's challenging Mars in Gemini. So that means discussions are going to probably get very, very heated. So the Two of Swords says, please be very careful. Make sure that you listen. Make sure that you really understand what the other person's saying, and make sure that they understand what you're saying. Because it's very easy to get the wrong end of the stick here and to ignore the very obvious things. All right? Oh, there's somebody there's a troll there. the cards, nothing more. You know, I understand that we might have popped up on your For You page, but you know, comments like that really
It's not nice.
really don't work well here. We have got a nice group of people here, and people who want to come and make nasty comments are not welcome. Yeah, thank you guys. Right, so
Thank you, Ocean Rain.
yes.
They don't need to be here. They can.
Yeah, exactly.
I could say some rude words, but I
Well,
won't.
don't. You'll go straight back into the naughty corner if you're not careful. Already you're on. That's how much space you got left between you and the naughty
I
corner.
wonder if we
Check,
can
look
all
here.
block that person.
Look, that's how much space you got between you and the naughty corner.
You know what?
today.
I don't have any more of those to give. Those. I don't know where that troll is to block them completely. But anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
glad
Travis
nobody's-
blocked it.
I'm glad nobody's
The
taking
naughty
notice of
corner.
them.
Yes. And I'm deaf in the house. Let me out, let me out. I'm just deaf. All right. So the next card here. So while you need to communicate, be very careful that you don't get taken in by liars or some people who just avoid the edge of the point. The next card is the Hermit, which says everybody has an intuition. It's time for you all to actually slow down and connect with your higher self. That's a really good practice for every day. Before you get up out of bed, connect yourself to your sense of higher purpose, that you can start the day with that nice quiet energy within you that'll help you to make the right decisions, not be pulled off track by other people's nonsense, all right? Okay, and the next card here is the Eight of Wands. So you can see somebody who's like really overburdened, and this card says, hey, you know what? I don't have to please everybody. I don't have to do everything. I don't have to work myself to death. So when the Eight of Wands comes, the 10 of Wands comes up, it says, you set some priorities. There's some people that can actually do stuff. And you don't always have to do everything for everybody. So it's great because your inner voice will already probably be reminding you that, hey, hold on, you know, this kind of request is actually quite unreasonable, and you don't always have to actually, you know, do what other people want you to do. Here you go. I like what Sexy Kai Salisha said, life is like a garden. I dig it.
Which card is the next one that's going to tell people, to remind people to like while you're busy?
To like.
Yeah.
This one. You want to see the picture? Like. So come on, I'm going to turn it around and I see the likes coming along. There, Susie, tap the screen, send your energy to Bob. Yep, I see little red hearts there and they make my heart beat faster. Right, so the next card here is the Four of Swords. Now, I like that this card is coming up now because we're nearly at the weekend, hey? So the Four of Swords is a card that says you need to actually take a bit of a rest, take a bit of a break. And maybe, you know, maybe you're looking forward to the weekend to rest, but you've got all that stuff happening that you've got to sort out at home. You can actually just you know, decide what's really urgent. Do you really have to wash the curtains and the floor? Do you have to scrub the floor? Do you just have to mop it? You know, kind of like give yourself a little bit of slack, all right?
Not if you're the husband.
I'm watching you. I'm watching you. All right. And this card here, this is the Page of Cups. Now, when it's upright, you can see he's looking at the fish there. So the Page of Cups studies things and he gets things. But when it comes up like this, it's the person that doesn't get things. So you better be careful. You might have people in your space that are a little bit immature, that don't want to do their thing. And it can sometimes indicate a young person in the house. You know, so if you've got a child who doesn't do their chores, you're either going to have to overlook it, but don't do it yourself, all right? So those cards say there's something that you don't have to do. Right?
Travis, I thought you were on my side.
Okay, so yes, in actual fact, this card here, the next one, says that in the next couple of days, I would say for the next 6 or maybe this whole week, you might actually find that there's a period where things actually are a little bit okay, you know. So it's a breathing space. It's not going to last for long, so take advantage of it. Look after yourself, a little bit of care, and yeah, you know, just take things step by step. Right. The next card coming up for the collective is the Two of Wands reversed. Now, here we have, you started out with the Two of Swords, which says discussions need to be done clearly. And the Two of Wands reversed that says, keeping things balanced because we're not all going to be on the same page. So you might want to have the discussion, the other person might not want to listen. So you're talking to them, they're looking on their phone. Or they say, can we sit down and chat? They've got other things to do. So it's like a little bit of frustration is there, but it's actually not going to be that difficult to handle. But, if somebody has a very clear, a more positive attitude, and that could be in any one of you, don't get fed up when other people are having their little space. Just let them get on with it, and you stay focused, and just make sure that the wheels still keep turning. Right, next card here, the Knight of Swords, and that card says there are some things that you're going to actually have to step up and do and say. So this is the uncomfortable things that you have to say and do, which could maybe upset the people around you. But some things have to be sorted out. You can let them go like this, but eventually you get to the point where you realize that the naughty corner is actually the only option. Okay, this card here says just be careful also, because people start discussing things and things get heated. Discussions can turn into arguments. So we've got 3 cards here that say watch out for the arguments. Don't let them go that bad. And if there's an issue that needs to be dealt with, you might find that discussions go around and around and around. You won't get the answers you're looking for. All right, so be patient, step back, and trust. If it doesn't work out now, you'll have that discussion at another time. Okay. So yes, and for many of you, you might actually find that you suddenly get to the point where you realize that you can't actually please everybody, right? And the ending card here is the Ace of Pentacles. It says, hey, you know what? Get out into nature. Remind yourself that there's life outside of all of these little issues. And also, this is a great card for anybody who wants to start something new. So, new job, new business, or just a new approach. You might decide, okay, now it's time that you're going to go back to gym, or look after yourself, or organize your laundry in some way. So generally the cards are saying that this week is a week that will give you a little bit of breathing space to get some of the other things done, but also to look after yourself. So there you go. This is for the collective. I hope that it gives you some insight, some inspiration, and some encouragement to look after yourself. Yes, get in touch with nature. Sometimes the best way to deal with stress is go outside and actually go and hug a tree. Stand under a tree. Trees have got such a healing energy. Really. And I'm a tree hugger. I was going to say I'm not a tree hugger, but I'm actually a tree hugger. I've hugged trees in all different places. I've hugged trees in Thailand, in UK, in Europe, in the Caribbean, even on islands in the middle of the ocean. I always found a tree to hug. Thank you, Nix, for being here. I really appreciate that. Yes, trees. Trees and books. That's my passion.
I think you could do this more often. It looked like there was some nice feedback.
Yes. Since I've been on TikTok, I've actually met the nicest people. And I must actually say that I really like the last half hour of a show, because that's when the nice people are hanging around, and you get to hang out a little bit. All right, Colleen, you've been waiting for your question to be answered. What does my next career journey look like? Colleen, yes, for now you need to actually focus, because there are things that you need to do. There's something that you need to examine, maybe do some research before you make a big choice, because I see there's a choice coming. You must be careful that you don't just focus on what you want, but make sure that you check out what else is available, because otherwise you could miss a really good opportunity, because that card says there's an opportunity that you might not notice. So you have to stay very aware, okay? Right, baby girl said, please do a reading for me. Baby girl, your card comes up, says, oh, sweetie, you've got things to do, but your energy is all over the place. You really need to, I don't want to say calm down, but you really need to focus that you can use your energy properly, right? Okay, Colleen, I'm glad that makes sense to you. Yeah. And there's, hi, Vicky Tennyson. Ooh, Tennyson. I had a teacher at school, a singing teacher called Mrs. Tennyson. Yes. That wasn't the one who asked me if I rather wanted to go and do homework when the choir was practicing. All right, Keisha James is asking about a job offer. Keisha, what's happening about the job offer? They might like what you have to do, but you might be offered something that's either below your expectations or something that you might not be qualified for, so it's going to really stretch you. So it's one or the other, okay? Right, AJ is asking, will I ever have financial freedom? Phew, that's a question that we all ask, hey, AJ? All right, will AJ ever have financial freedom? AJ, I need to take the stop card. AJ, I'm not quite sure. This card says, not right now. I don't know if there's too many things that you have to actually deal with, because it feels like you kind of like sometimes feel a little bit overwhelmed by all the responsibilities. So for right now, no, give yourself some time. It's going to take another couple of months before you start to see some light at the end of the tunnel, okay?
I had a description of these lights, of when you're going to the toilet and you're squeezing out the last little bit. This is what's happening with these lights tonight. And like everyone's just squeezing them out. They're not really coming by themselves.
I'm busy trying to actually do a reading here, and you're talking, you're moving closer to that naughty corner now. All right.
Come on, guys.
Now, who was I talking to? It was somebody was asking.
No, you were finished.
Yeah, Sexy Coach to Leash, because you guys laugh at him that he carries on with his nonsense. And you too, Owen, stop laughing. Oh, thanks, Trevor. That's really cool. All right, so Julie, does Alex have feelings for her? Susie. Susie's laughing her head off there. Does he have feelings for you? He has, my lovely, but he's got feelings for other people too. He doesn't know. This person doesn't know what they want. You know, you need to just watch their behavior, and if they take too long to make up their mind, then you must be ready to move on, okay? Right, Charlotte's asking, will we be okay? Charlotte, will Charlotte be okay? Charlotte, it's going to be really rocky and unstable for a little while, my darling. It's just like there's so much happening, very difficult to find a balance. But, you know, do your best to keep things moving. It will eventually happen, but sure, it's not going to be easy, right?
I need to ask a question. Sometimes there's like a red banner that goes across the top of the screen. Too quick for me to make out what it is. Does anybody out there know what that is? Is it an advert or something?
I don't know. I've seen it also. All right, Vicky Tennyson, a card for you, my love. Vicky, you need to actually be very careful. Whenever the moon comes in, it says something in your situation is not quite right, or somebody's just not being honest enough for you. And you know your gut feeling is warning you about something, but you can't see it. So it's not a good time to listen to your news, fake news. You know, you don't listen to stories about people, but also don't listen to your intuition. What you need to do is look for the facts. The moon says you've got to look for the facts, and you need to be very, very cautious that you don't trust anybody who hasn't proven themselves to you, because this card just says, you know, be very careful. Yeah, for at least a month. You know, don't be in a hurry. Don't rush into anything without checking out how things really are. Okay. Right, and Rennie is asking for a card for Rennie. Rennie, something's finishing off. Are you aware of this? There's a cycle finishing in your life, and things have to be ended off properly so that something new can begin. Bali, will I get the job I've studied for? Bali, this card says yes, there are actually going to be a couple of options to get one of those jobs, and not all of them are going to be great, so you're going to have to look at them very carefully.
Thank you to Susie for that information.
Thank you, yes.
I still don't know what it means, but thank you anyway.
Bongwezi is saying, am I right to assume I was bidding with a computer today on the online car auction? These auctions, hey?
I wouldn't trust one online.
Oh, Bongwezi. I'm laughing because many years ago we used to make money at auctions. So yes. All right. No, I don't think so. But I think did you get anything? Because I think you would be making a bad choice to buy a car on an online auction. Have you signed for anything? Please be very careful. This card says it's a very bad choice. Okay.
Unsigned.
Yeah. So Michelle is asking, will anybody... You didn't get it. Phew, thank you, Bongwezi. Bongwezi, you had a lucky escape. A lucky escape.
Unless you can see it or touch it, don't even go for it.
Yeah. All right, so, sorry, I was looking at somebody's card. Somebody was asking, Michelle, yes, will anybody ever love me? Michelle? This card says no, but it's because of the way you asked the question. Will anybody ever love you? No. And not just anybody can love you, because if you're looking for an anybody, you're going to get a whole lot of trouble with it, loving. You should rather ask, will I find somebody who wants to love me? You know, that's Auntie Barbara's take on that. Okay.
So somebody just said good morning. Somebody from far away.
Somebody from far away. So Blaine says, will I leave the country this year? Blaine, it could work, but you've got to be very careful. Don't rush into anything, because your travel arrangements could be faulty in somewhere, and you could end up having something go wrong.
Thanks, Travis. Gosh. Okay, it's nothing to do with us.
There we go.
Nice.
Well, I found someone to love me. Good girl, you're listening, eh? All right, will you? Yes. But you also need to understand that you seem to be the kind of person that is a little bit intimidating to others. So yes, you actually need a special kind of person, right? You want somebody to be a partner. You don't want somebody to talk down to you, right? Okay, I need to drink some water. See, I didn't believe you when you said 5 minutes. I really, my watch says 5 minutes. I'm nearly done, guys.
Nick's 1007 said, before you go, please can I get a card?
Nix, somebody asked me so desperately and kindly. All those please. Nix, this card says you got to look at all the options and do some research, but a lot of what you're looking at is not going to be real and ready for you. Okay, be careful, because under this card's influence, you could be misled by people who promise one thing that they're not, that they can't do. You could be misled by a confidence trickster. You could be misled by a special offer that you buy and you end up saying, oh my goodness me. So check everything out. You know, you're not in the right space of mind, time to make a good decision. So yes, just be very careful. Vicky, did I actually read a card for you? Because I remember your surname, but I don't remember the reading. Did you see what Susie says? Stop hiding. Eh? She saw you the other day. There's nothing to be shy about. We're such a cute couple.
Who's stop hiding who?
Susie.
Yeah.
She says you must stop hiding. She says we're a cute couple.
There's no place to sit in the front of the screen.
We were actually accosted today by 2 beggars who came to us and said, we're not asking for anything, but we love to see couples. And we know they've caught us before, because then we said, oh, thank you, you love to see couples. Why? No, because then we can ask you if you got some money for bread for us. Guys, thank you so much. Somebody's asking about the angels. Please come along on Wednesday nights. That's when I do spirit guide messages. So yes, it's been nice being here. Thank you all for being here. For those of you who've been new to the channel, please go follow me on my channel. There's lots of nice videos about tarot cards and all kinds of interesting things. And thank you to everybody else who's been here. I really appreciate your support, your donations, your gift, your likes, and for just being here and chatting back to us. It's really, it's like being on radio when you're doing a TikTok live. I spent so many years on the radio, but I was on talk shows, so I had the host and I had the callers calling in. So it's really nice. Thank you guys for being here. It's been
you had adverts
joy.
that worked, that didn't get left out. Yeah, thank you. Susie, yes. Well, I actually do other lives in the morning at 8 a.m. So if you want to pop in there. And thanks, Nick, for that compliment. Thank you. You guys are also great too. I love this, He used to always chase me. I say, hey, you've had enough now. It's time to go to bed. So thank you guys for being here. Wherever you are in the world. And you must just also add that you've advertised the
Wednesday nights, Monday nights I do past life sessions. If you guys are interested in what your past life could have been like, come along and watch. And who knows, you might actually want to have a reading and see what it's like.
And your midday ones as well. That's
midday ones, yes. Midday in work hours between Monday and Friday, between 12 and 2. I actually have a session dedicated to intensive reading. So like that collective layout that I did for you, I do that for people for their very serious questions. So yes, that's it. Hey Michelle, you want one of those real fortune telling answers, eh? Shall I get my Scrabble letters and say your person is going to his name will start with a Z? Really, you got to give the universe some leeway to move the right person into your space, my darling. Okay. All right, so I look forward to seeing you guys again soon at any one of my sessions. And thank you for being here. And wherever you are in the world, whether it's your daytime, have a good day, or nighttime, have a good night.
The videos they can watch at any time.
Yes, the videos you can watch any day. So follow my channel. Yeah, thank you for being here. It's been great fun. I look forward to seeing you guys again. Take care. Be safe. Bye. Always have to say goodbye 3 or 4 times because I can't get to the end button. Thank you. Keep well. Bye.